It's the Melanin Queenz.
Wait, girl, who's that?
Here's your host, Maria Michelle Lee, and Miss Sister Queen, Kim Ann Wilson, breaking down the misconceptions of how women treat each other and highlighting their royal beauty.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome.
Yes. Happy, what day of the week is it today? Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. It is us, the Melanin Queenz, Kim Ann Wilson and Maria Michelle Lee. Yes.
Hey beauties, welcome to our show today. Today we are recording and you are listening to episode 11. Are we coming as our whole self? Interesting, eh?
Kim, that one is super. Oh, hold on here.
But before we jump in to our meaty discussion about our topics, we do have some amazing news to share with you, Queens, as to why we've been so quiet lately on our social media feeds. Because we have been busy on the back burner, on the background, doing some legwork and footwork for you, Queens, to add value to your lives and to help you get ahead.
Well, and you're right, Kim, it has been burning the candle at both ends. And so the first thing that we would want to share with you is that we now have a website. Our website is up and running. So we're not socially or solely rather focusing or solely putting on through social media. We actually have a place where we can send you to. Yeah, we were working a little backwards there, but oh well, who cares? Who says there are so many different rules, whatever.
Exactly.
And so to say that as well, we have a website. We want you to subscribe to our website. And in order for you to subscribe to our website, we need you to go to the website and check out our next big thing, which is our ebook. So our ebook is How to Live in Your Authentic Self Now. Keys to Unleashing Your Boldest Self. I love that. So to say thank you for the first 30 people that link onto our website and subscribe, you will get our ebook. It's an amazing quick read ebook with activity sheets, enough to keep you engaged and accountable in such a busy time. So Saturday afternoon, just go through it, answer some questions. It's great. It'll help with if you're strategizing for your own business or if you want to make some goals, new goals for your personal self. This is the book. It's, like I said, it is a quick read, but it is also very effective. What do you have to say, Kim?
Yes, it is. It is a meaty book. It's 20 pages long, so you know you're getting some substantial information there. And I guarantee you, ladies, when you finish this book, you're going to feel uplifted. You're going to feel ready to take on your boldest self. That's our claim. That's our guarantee. So head on over to our website. Our website is themelaninqueenz.com. So it's our name, D-A, Melanin, Queenz with a Z at the end.com. Subscribe and you'll get the ebook for free. The first 30 persons though, first 30 queens.
First 30 people get the book for free.
But don't worry. If you're the 31st person, you still want the book, don't worry. You can head on over to Amazon and you can download it for $1.99. So,
yes.
Yes.
And I mean, like, here we are, right, Kim? I mean, we're sitting here, we're doing it, we're living our dream. I know that maybe some people will be on like, oh my gosh, what are these young girls doing? Yes, we're young. What are these girls doing? And so, you know what? We're actually living our dream. We are putting our goals down and we're creating action steps. And, we're going to log every step of this because a year from now, it's going to look completely different. We're going to be on a bigger platform. We're going to be, maybe dealing with sponsors and all of that lot. But you know what? At least Kim and I know that we started from the ground up, and we're showing you along the way that it's not some overnight deal. So if there's a book in you, start the book. If there's a blog in you, start the blog. If there's a YouTube channel in you, start the YouTube channel. Whatever it is that your heart's desire is, if it's for the greater good, start.
Yeah. Exactly, Queenz. You just have to take that first step. But yeah, that first step is going over to the website right about now and hitting that subscribe button, okay? Yeah, sure. Let us know what you think of the site, because guess what? Yours and truly, Kim and Wilson created that site. So let me know if you like it, okay?
So awesome. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Queenz. Thank you very much for your support, for tuning in, for listening, for sharing with us. It does mean a lot to us. But anyways, are we coming as our whole self, Maria? Are we?
That's a really deep topic for today, and I'm so glad that we're taking the opportunity to talk about this. How many times have we entered into a room and we showed up as 50% or less? There are times where we've given 80%, but the other 20% is just a mask so we can get by through it. And I'm going to put my hand up for all of it because it's been a long time since I've showed up as my 100% self until I've gone through what I've gone through over the past couple of years. Mm-hmm. And it is only like it is right now that I'm 100% me.
Yeah. It does take time, I know. And I find especially for us as women, it is so easy to live in that 50% for a good chunk of your life, right?
Yeah.
Coming halfway and just being that halfway person and not living in your whole self. That's why I'm so glad we created this ebook, because this ebook will really, really go through those points so that at the end of that ebook, you will be able to walk into your 100% boldest self and not 70%, 80%, and maybe a 20% here, depending on the environment you're in or who you're around. But being able to live in your 100% whole self 100% of the time. Like there's no meaning that.
Yeah, and it feels so good too. I mean, I was talking to my best friend today and we were talking about how we hold back so much just so that we can fit in. We spend so much time consciously and unconsciously, preparing our minds so that it can be convenient to other people. Isn't that really sad? We spend a lot of the times we don't even realize how much our mind is for the convenience of other people and not ourselves. And let me think about this. What I'm gonna say next is, I'm not talking about being selfish in a negative content. You have to be selfish in order to get up and get over. You know what I mean? There has to be some place in your heart, in your mind, that I'm going to be selfish and I'm going to think of myself as a whole person today. I can't give you 80% of myself and I'm only getting 20% of myself in return. It's just not working. After a while, it just doesn't work.
No, and self-care is very important in being able to give that 100%. Right? Take care of yourself mentally and physically in order to show up 100%. It's
true. But are we coming off as our true self? I really want to spend this time with us getting really deep in that thought process. And so throughout our other podcasts and video casts, you'll hear us touching on being authentic. And so like, I want to get deep enough where we're actually talking about where you only come in to be one person. You're not coming in as one person. You're coming in as the person to be of convenience to somebody else. And that's where I want to get deep about today, right? So I'm talking about that person that comes in the room and they really need to meet people because they have to get a job because of the things that's going on at home. Instead of coming out and saying, I need help today. Is there anybody out here who needs help at their office or cleaning their studio or what have you? But instead we come in like, let me be nice to you because I need something from you in almost in a manipulation type of way. Do you know where I'm coming from, Kim? But we're not coming in like I'm asking for help, but instead I have to become these people that I'm with so that they will give me time of day so that and they feel that I'm worthy. That's the word I'm looking for. Worthy to be part. But then that's not really you. That's not really you, right? Because you feel that if you come in asking for something, right, then they're not going to take you seriously, or you automatically think they're going to say no. So you kind of have to manipulate and hustle a little bit. That's not coming in as your true you, right? Let's say you're a person that you might have a significant other and he's all about the fitness and you're not about the fitness, but then you're coming in pretending that you're about the fitness and you're not. You just went to McDonald's before you met up with your guy and then talking about how you went for a walk today. You're not being you.
You did walk there though.
To the door and to your car, Kim. To the door.
You're walking.
That's so you don't have to tell a lie that you didn't go through the drive-through. I mean, come on, you have to be yourself, right? Or you're a new mom. And the moms that you're hanging out with obviously doesn't know what it's like to be hungry. The moms that you're hanging out with doesn't realize that the repo man can come and take your car tomorrow. But you're carrying yourself as if, money flows on trees for you and you don't know what it's like to go with an empty fridge, but you're dying inside because you're so caught up and showing up as them and not you. You know where I'm going, Kim?
Yeah.
Interject anytime.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. Are we showing up as our real selves?
And we all know that person. We can talk for days about that one person that we can identify that is not showing up as their true selves or their whole selves, right? We know, we can think right off the bat right now, off the top of our heads, a name that comes to mind, right? Because we can identify ways that this particular person is only showing up 30% of themselves, because you know what they're like behind closed doors. You know what they're like when you're in a room with them one-on-one compared to when they're in a room full with people, right? People who they feel are influential, people who they feel, can help them get somewhere, right? They it's like a switch went off on them. They just switch from this person to that person, like just like that. But in reality, Maria, how do you view that person? How do you look at them? How do you describe them? Do you have respect for them? Do you look at them as someone who's authentic and genuine? Someone you'd really like to get, in a more deeper relationship with?
Well, Kim, you're right. You're right. I absolutely, yes. Because even if I were to go a little bit deeper, church.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That, like, we're going to church. Yes. This is the way we go to church. Everything is perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you my $1 million smile. God is good. But yet you're breaking inside. And you can't even go to church and break down at the altar because we're so concerned of what the church is going to do or say or make us feel after we gave our own heart. And yeah, it's a two-part. People should know when not to people should not be gossiping at all at the heartache of somebody else. But that's not just the building of the church. It's people. And even if you had a breakdown at work, guess what? Those same people are there. So we feel like we can't show up and be ourselves because, again, we're giving power over to what other people think.
Yeah.
That's why we're not showing up as our true self.
And fear of
even when you say and you make this comment, oh, I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm secure in myself. Well, to be secure in yourself doesn't need an announcement. Being secure in yourself, you just enter the room that way.
Just do.
You don't have to make a comment. You don't have to be directive, as in, I'm not like these people. If you have to say I'm not, listen, this is my thing. When they're operating from the ego, they will always say, listen, I'm a grown man or a grown woman, or they'll say, I don't have to explain myself to you, or they'll say, another one is, I know myself well enough. Well, if you are not worried about any of those statements that I just made, then you don't have to announce it.
It's like they're trying to convince themselves, right? They have to hear it from their own mouths first to convince themselves that what they're saying, they should believe it too.
It's true. It's true. So Kim, what would you say? How would you say, how would you share with our audience today? What does it take to show up as your true self?
Going through our ebook, finishing the activities there. Once you do that, honestly, I say that because our ebook really goes through a lot of the things that we struggle with. Like, example, a few of the topics in the book is, the bold you. Another topic in there that's covered is affirmations. Another topic that's covered is comparison. Speak life, not death. Things really challenge you to think and go deep within yourself.
Yeah.
Once you've done that, you've done the legwork, you've done the hard work, you've identified why you are the way you are, right? It's your thinking. So that's why I'm going back to our ebook. I'm not being salesy or anything. I'm really, really trying to make a point here. Like, once you've done that, you've gone through that I guess, journey of thinking and journey of way of life, and then come to this point to come out like this new butterfly who's developed from a caterpillar to a butterfly, and now you're the boldest you. With that, you have no fear of judgment. Once you have no fear of judgment, trust me, you feel like you can fly as an eagle. You don't care what nobody thinks, you don't care what nobody's gonna say, because you know your own truth. You know who you are, you believe in yourself, and when you have that, what somebody else is gonna say ain't got nothing on you, babe.
Yes, that's true. And also, I would have to say is taking the opportunity and the moment to be honest with yourself. Like, just take a day to sit in, and stop me if I said this before, Kim. We don't take the time, and I refer it to God. We don't take the time to ask God to show me my true self. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't. We would rather ask man to show us our true self, man, woman, our boss, whatever, social media, whatever you deem as the high almighty, right? To show us our true self. You think getting extra likes is showing your true self? Do you think just because you can share a quote from a book is showing your true self and you'll get many likes? No, it's not. It's what you do in your quiet time. For me, God, show me who I am. Show me my true self, because obviously what I'm putting out there isn't doing it for me anymore. Show me who I am, the good, the bad, and ugly, and then let's work back from that. Then you're going to reach for the book, and then you're going to ask yourself those questions, right? And from there, the reason why it's a shorter read is because we're hoping that it will ignite something in you so that you will keep journaling, that you will move past the activity book and go and get a journal and start writing out your true self. Yeah. This world has so much to offer, and we're so focused on the negativity of everything that we don't see that there's an opportunity to break that negativity. But yet we feed in it because we don't ask to be shown our true self.
No, 100% right. Absolutely, Maria. You know, something that I've started to pray probably the beginning of this year. I say this in my prayers nightly, and I say it over my husband too. I ask the Lord to show me, let me see myself the way He sees me.
Yeah.
And I pray that over my husband too. I pray that the Lord would visit him in a dream, visit him and show him, let him see himself the way you see him, Lord. Because I find once we identify who we are in Christ, whoever your God is, once we identify who we are, we've been made to be here on this earth, it makes it a lot more easier for us to then start walking in that.
Yes. It's just, it's a very small question. It's a very short question, but it is the most scariest question you could ever ask, is to sit down quietly and say, God, show me who I am.
And be ready for that answer. That's the hardest part too, is make sure you are.
Well, that's what I'm saying, why it's so scary. That's the scariest question you could ask.
Oh my gosh. Jesus.
Show me my true self. Yeah. But once you get to that place, that's when you'll be able to operate. That's when you'll be able to show up. And that's when you'll be able to, you won't have to announce it. Say, this is who I am.
Because you are. Yeah. You just are. Full stop. No, amazing. I love it. I think that kind of wraps up our little discussion for today.
It does. And
as your whole self.
Yeah, showing up as your whole self.
Actually, I have a last thought on that.
Sure.
And make sure who you're associating yourself with, Queenz, are also showing up as your whole self, because what they may be feeding you might just be the fruit, whereas in the back end of it, the root that fruit is coming from may not be the true root. You trying to understand what I'm saying? So make sure that the fruit you're picking is true and genuine, right? I don't want you to fall down dead like Snow White when you bite that apple.
You know what? I think once you ask, show me my true self, He will also reveal to you, the Spirit will also reveal to you where you need to move the relationships in your life.
True.
Because some of those people that are in your life right now are blocking you from not only your blessings, but showing your true self. Mm-hmm. Some of the relationships that you're in right now are not empowering you. Some of the relationships that you're in right now are causing you to compromise who the true you is.
True.
So, and I think that once you get through all of that, be grateful if there's still 3 people on your side. But you need to compartmentalize, am I saying that right? Or organize where those people are. Bishop Jake says this best before we wrapped up. You need to know who the 3 C's are in your life. Your confidants, your constituents, and your comrades. Your confidants are your ride or die people. They've seen you do the ugly cry. They have seen your fridge empty. They know that your bank account is at 0, but yet they will still rise up with you. Even if they've been in your life for 20 years or 20 months, they are the ones that will wipe the snot away from your nose. They are the ones that you're about to collapse and they will say, girl, I am here. Those ones. Then there is your constituents. Your constituents are only supposed to be around you for a season. You don't get too deep with them because they will come and they will go. They're not the ones that you will call in the midnight hour. They might be the ones to help you get from point A to point B if it's a short ride, but you don't tell them everything. They are on a need-to-know basis, okay? Then there is your comrades. So basically, you and I don't necessarily agree. I don't like you, you don't like me. You need to stay on, as we say in Patois, your side of the yard and me turn on my side of the yard. So basically, we're coming together to fight a common ground. We don't like the drugs that are happening in our neighborhood, but we are going to kick that mother out. And so we're gonna come together. But once this war is done, you go back on your side of the yard, me go back on my side of the yard, and life is good. Know who your 3 C's are. And then I'm going to add this one in as you ask God to show you your true self. And I said this on my Instagram the other day. You need to know who your Judas is.
You kill them with that one, Maria.
You need to know who your Judas is. Because your Judas could have one time been your confidant. And then something happened that doesn't work for your Judas no more. And they will draw from you and then go and then explode your business across the street because there's a better opportunity for your Judas. So sometimes you need to sit back and take account who is for me and who is against me. Because if Judas can betray Jesus, we're just little people on this big planet. We have no account. If they can do it to Jesus, they can do it to you too.
Amen to that.
So when you ask yourself, show me who I am, and then you go and you read the book, I would love for these people to come back and tell us what they found.
Yes, please do. Please do. And you can find us on www.themelaninqueens.com, ladies. You can also send us an email, share your thoughts and comments, anything at all with us to our email at themelaninqueens@gmail.com. You can find us on social media, Facebook, what's the other one? Instagram. And our YouTube as well. So see, there's the platforms to reach us out on, and you can also reach us individually on our own platforms at Kim and Wilson and Maria Michelle Lee, right? So there you go.
Exactly.
You have a few different venues to reach out to us on Queenz. So with that, have an amazing day, Queenz. Keep your head up and keep your head high. Okay? Have a blessed day.
And come as your authentic self. Bye.
We're all royalty. Fix another queen's crown. And when you do it in private. Until next time, girls.